No, I don't mind Stoinis's style. I think he's decent.
The thing is, when he hits a six, it looks sort of similar, whereas the leave always takes on its own identity.
Maybe 20 years after.
Good morning. This is episode 3 of the Royals podcast. I'm your host, Stuart Cope. In episode 2, what we did is we asked the fans for who they wanted to see on this episode. They asked for Steve and Sanju, not you, Macca, unfortunately, but you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Stu. Good for the feedback from the fans.
We have our captain, Steve Smith. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And we have the veteran now, batsman wicketkeeper, Sanju Samson, sir.
Thank you.
Chachu is a saying that you two have between one another. Where does this stem from?
You can answer that.
I think it started all the way from Brad Hodge. I think he was our Chachu when he used to play for Rajasthan Royals, and then I just used to call him Chachu. Smudgy chipped in, and he also liked that word, and so just we call each other Chachu from then. So that's how it goes, I feel.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry, my Hindi's not the strongest. What does it mean?
No, it has nothing to do what it means. Like we just like it. It's just a nickname or something like that.
Okay.
What does it mean though? Is it uncle?
Yeah, it's like an uncle. It's like a brother or an uncle or.
So you're both uncles of one another?
Yeah, you can say that.
Essentially, yeah.
Macca, so I was a bit cruel at the start. Welcome.
That's fair enough. You're the host. You're allowed to take it in any direction you feel fit to take it in. So, but just be prepared. There might be repercussions.
Oh dear, could be some sprints at training later for me. How do you adapt your communication style to work with the Royals?
For me, it's not a challenge. It's actually a huge positive to spark, as I said, growth and new ideas.
The same question to you, Steve, as captain. How do you have to adapt your captaincy in terms of working with the Royals players? You've obviously got under-19s players. You've got players that are a little bit older, like Robin Tapper. How do you want to work with them? What's your style?
Yeah, I think it presents a really good challenge, and I guess at the Royals here, I'm really fortunate to have guys like Ronnie and Zubin involved who have worked with particularly the Indian players for a long period of time and got them up to speed and sort of helped their skills develop over, the last year or since the auction. So now it's just about coming in and trying to gel as one and compete in a tournament style. For us, it's about building up. The guys have been here for a good month now. A lot of the guys preparing in these conditions, and we start in a couple of days' time, and it's going to be building up and making sure we're peaking at the right time and playing our best cricket at the back end of the tournament, that's for sure.
And Sanji, let's talk about preparation. What have you guys been doing over the last 4 weeks over here? Talk us through a usual day of training.
I think it's proper. I think if you look at any other team in the IPL or if you look at the Rajasthan Royals, I think we'll be one step ahead of everyone because we have got that enough time to prepare for this tournament. But at the same time, I had that one thought in my mind. I just didn't want to overdo it. Actually, it's a very long tournament, so we wanted to stay fresh at the same time. So it was a balance of both. I think Macca was giving us enough rest days also, so that also really managed us properly. So I think, we all have been really charged up from last 3 months, and we have prepared we are much ahead in our fitness and our skill levels and mental space. I think the Royals management has done really good to give us a really good hotel here. I think it becomes a bit hard when you are in a bubble and then you have to. So there is a small beach around. There is some good grass to walk around, so it makes life easy. So we all are happy to be here, I feel.
And in terms of your own game, are you happy with how you're shaping up?
Yeah, very happy. I think whenever I come to Rajasthan Royals, I feel I'm at peace and I'm at ease and I'm playing my best cricket. So just Chachu said, I just want to do it when the team wants me to do it, I think so.
And Steve, how do you want the guys to play under you as captain?
I think just being adaptable to all different circumstances and situations and what's presented in front of us. So obviously playing here with 3 different venues, 3 different ground sizes, different surfaces, being able to just in real time, focus on what's needed at that certain point in time. And, some big grounds might cater for lots of running twos and taking the pace off the ball, and Sharjah's a bit smaller. It might be about hitting more boundaries and 4s and 6s.
And we saw that yesterday in Abu Dhabi, didn't we, with CSK and MI, that there wasn't many 6s hit. I think was there only 4 in the match or 3? It's a big ground, isn't it? So 1s and running 2s really hard is absolutely key there. If you look at the top 4 teams that obviously go into the playoffs, What will those top 4 teams do well in this tournament?
I think win the big moments and the pressure moments. I think that's when you want your senior players or your more experienced players to step up in those crunch times. So, we've got a lot of players that are experienced. We've got a good mixture of youth experience, quality overseas players, quality Indian players, and just a good group that I think can cater for all surfaces and all situations. So I think we're in a good place, and I know the boys are really excited about getting started now and getting into the games.
So what type of things have you guys been doing away from cricket then here at the hotel? What activities, Sanju?
Activities, I think, yeah, a lot of events like this, first of all. And then just catching around with your friends. I think we have made some good friends in the Royals, so spending time with them and talking about whatever you can talk about. So I think that's all about it. And then playing some soccer on the beach, I think that really excites all of us. And then, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Have you been behaving yourself?
Yeah, we have to behave, I think.
There's obviously lots of activities going on at the hotel. We have a beach, paddle boards, table tennis, pool. Any gun table tennis and pool players, Macca, Steve?
Jake thought he was the man of the moment in terms of being the table tennis, but I think that's been sort of dismissed pretty quickly with Shreyas and JD being really top of the tree. But then talking to Smudge at yesterday's practice game sort of mentioned that, and then he sort of put his hand up to be number one. So I'm just interested to see how that unfolds for him.
Well, we're going to have plenty of time, aren't we, to get some games in. So I think Shreyas Gopal's a bit of a dark horse. He's not bad at
Agree.
at pool and table tennis. So there's going to be plenty of time. I think we'll have a little bit of a leaderboard going on in the team room and a bit of fun for the guys. So we'll see who ends up on top.
Let's move away from cricket. Let's talk about personal life. My partner, Francesca, whenever I'm away for a day, she moans, you guys, it's another level. You're obviously, some of you are married, got kids, some of you got partners at home. How do you balance being away all the time and keeping your relationships positive?
Oh, it's a very different world at the moment with travel, isn't it? So for me personally, I'm pretty lucky that in a normal world, Danny gets to travel quite a bit with me, so I get to spend quite a bit of time with her. But obviously things are a bit different at the moment with all the quarantines you have to do in certain places, and so she won't be travelling this year. So it's just about staying connected as much as possible,
I could pen a love letter as well.
You could do, yeah.
Get someone else to write it, I think, for you.
Steve, please, can you help?
I don't think that's my forte either.
I'm out.
Sanju, with your wife, you got married, was it last year?
Yeah, I just got married 1.5 years before. So I think as the lockdown happened, I think we were lucky to spend 4 to 5 months together. I think that was the most number of days we have spent together. So I thought we were lucky to do that. And then now I think it's almost like being in a relationship. I think when just before getting married, I think she was sitting in her home and I was in my house. So happy with it. So yeah, we are going good. Touch wood, yeah.
Let's move on, guys. Let's talk cricket again. So Sanju, for you, in your career, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given as a player from somebody, and how did you action that advice?
I've got a lot of advices, but the best one was recently, I think 1 year before, my coach told me just go there and smack it. Don't worry about anything else. So that's the best piece of advice I received, and that has really changed my cricketing career, I believe. So I will stick on to that.
Steve, when do you tend to work on technical aspects of your game? When do you fit them into the diary?
When I'm out in the middle. No, I think you got to be adaptable to all different situations, and for me it's being willing to change certain things in the middle to adapt to what's coming at me, and I think you get more confidence the more you play and the more experience you get, for sure, but just having the belief to go out there and do what's needed in that situation. And in regards to changing different things, I think, or technical aspects, I think you can still do that at training. You have plenty of times training where you can work on certain things and refine your skills and get better. So you got to take every training session as a chance to improve.
And just in terms of playing in India or in the subcontinent, how would that change as well in terms of your technique, your approach, the pace of the wickets, the fact that you'll face more overs of spin? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so again, slower, lower wickets generally, and wickets that spin. So again, I like to open my grip up just a fraction to be able to, I guess, use a bit more power and be able to focus on different areas to score. So other than that, just make sure my feet are nice and fast to play spinners in particular. If I want to get down the wicket or get deep in the crease or get a big stride in, making sure my glutes are strong that can sort of handle the demands of what needs to be played if I want to lunge out and play out in front. So just making sure that, I've got everything in place for each circumstance or conditions that I'm faced with, and it varies around the world, and you've got to be able to adapt.
And Macca, what was your approach as a player? You played all over the world.
I think the journey as a player is always an interesting one, and the key thing that, or the key thing I learned across the journey was be yourself. Everyone does it differently, yet we want to almost say that this is the way you should bat or this is the way you should bowl. Now we've just had two different conversations there, Sanju one and Smudge another. They're two totally different players, and they've been able to be themselves is the key thing. So Sanju's got a different way of playing to Steve, and my greatest learning was early in my career, I was trying to almost appease how other people wanted me to play. And then it's sort of about when I was about 25, 26, it was almost like, no, I've got to work out how I'm going to play, what my method's going to be against certain bowlers, how I want to move, how I want to react, all that sort of stuff. So to me, it's about, that's flowed on to my coaching as well. I see the individual, and it's about how we get the best out of that individual.
Guys, let's have a strategic 9 timeout. Safety first, if we could just sanitise the hands, guys. Mm-hmm. Oh, the IPL, we love it, don't we?
Yep. All right. Nice and clean.
Let's do the final segment, which is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. A lot of questions in here. Right, where should we start? Let's go this one. This one is for Steve. If you could go on a dinner date with one celebrity, who would that celebrity be?
Margot Robbie.
Sanju and Macca, if you were to learn to play a musical instrument, which one would it be?
I love the old guitar around the campfire, and I'm jealous of those who can do it, along with singing, and I'm a horrible singer as well, so there's probably, if I could pair those two up, I'd be probably a better person in my own mind.
Sanju?
Same there. I think I would like to learn guitar, I think, someday in my life. I think.
If you could be born in another time, which era would you choose and why?
Maybe 20 years after. You wonder how the IPL is going to be after 50 years from now, I think. So maybe, if you ask me that question, I think that will be the answer. Let's see.
This one actually for you, Macca, considering you coach Steve of Australia as well. But what do you enjoy watching more? Steve leave the ball or Steve hitting a 6?
The thing is, when he hits a 6, it looks sort of similar, whereas the leave always takes on its own identity. So every leave is different in its own unique way. So I really enjoy that. And during this time, I'd love to get an understanding of what's actually happening and why he puts a different stamp on every leave. But that's something for him to probably answer over the due course.
I can answer it now. I have no idea.
It is a different performance every time. Growing up, I always liked Marcus Trescothick's leave. Everyone was like, oh, he's playing and missing. No, he wasn't. He was leaving inside the line. But Steve, yours is just like pure theatre.
Yep, and I have no idea why it happened.
Ooh, Macca. One player you could have from another franchise.
I like Dhoni. Dhoni in his prime. I think at number 5 and 6, a difficult spot to bat, finishing in the innings, calm, cool and collected. So,
Steve?
Probably Virat. I've seen in white ball cricket, he's just incredible, isn't he? All around the world. So, yeah, class player.
Sanju?
Maybe Rohit Sharma. I think I really love playing with him and really like the way he is, I think.
Plays a short ball very well.
Yeah, he loves playing short balls.
Just to put it on the record, I'm very happy with the squad that we've got also. On the back of that question. I'm really excited by what every player brings to the table.
We'll keep that one in the edits. Fantastic. Oh, this one here. So this is to all three of you. Photography lessons with David Miller or life coaching with Robin Utapa?
Neither.
Come on, you have to pick one.
No, I've enjoyed my conversations with Robbie, a worldly guy, full of experience. So I'd sit down and have a coffee with him any day.
Steve?
Well, I'm kind of interested by photography. I own a drone myself and like taking some nice shots. So if I can get a few hints and tips, then I'll take them. So I'll go with that one.
Sanju?
Yeah, same. I think David. I think I would like to take some photography classes from David. I think. Yeah.
So Sanju, back to you. Most irritating player you've ever played with?
I think I'll put it on Suresh Gopal. I think maybe he can take that.
That's come up a lot.
I was going to go Shreyas as well. He's a pest.
Let's go to Steve for this. So, fastest delivery you've ever faced?
Probably one from Mitchell Starc in the nets, I reckon. It was 2016 or 17, Champions Trophy in England. I was captaining and I was a bit critical of the bowlers, and Mitch took it a little bit personally. So next net session, didn't get one in my own half, and they were coming at good pace. And I remember I was batting in a pair with Matthew Wade, and he goes, "Mate, what have you done? Like, have you stirred him up or something?" And he pitched one up, and I smacked him through the covers, and I said, "That's 4 as well." And Matty's there going, "Mate, what are you doing? Stop it, stop it." So yeah, there was that net session was some proper gas.
100%. Sanju,
Yeah.
Sam Curran or Tom Curran?
Tom Curran, yeah.
I think that's the right answer, Sanju. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So who is more stylish, Macca? Jaydev Untitled or Manan Vora?
I'm going to say JD. Yeah, Manon's got the sort of beard and it presents well, and but I think JD's just got him covered just. But geez, I'd hate to guess how many hours they put into it though.
Yeah. Steve, haircut by Adam Zampa or wardrobe chosen by Marcus Stoinis?
Oh dear. No, I don't mind Stoinis's style. I think he's decent.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure about Zampa's hairdos and what he can provide there. So yeah, I'll go the clothes.
One player in the team who needs a cuddle the most?
What do you mean by cuddle?
A big hug, bit of love.
Everyone needs it. I think who says no for a cuddle? I think with this COVID restrictions, we have not been able to cuddle anyone. I think we're just doing the pip and the thumbs up. Yeah.
But if you could give them a hug, who needs it the most?
I think you need the most. I think I'll give you one first.
Right, final question. Who's the loudest member of the team? Macca.
I think Sanju, Chachu, when he gets going and gets in that laughable mood, he's very enthusiastic and good to be around.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, because when we go to training and we have the video crew there, we're editing the videos at night and we can just constantly hear Sanju commentating on every bloody video all the time. So Sanju, just pipe down, mate. You're ruining our edits.
I'd agree with Sanju as well. He's got one of those voices that just carry, doesn't he?
Yeah, it travels.
An infectious laugh, an infectious laugh.
Yeah.
Steve, loudest member in the team for you? Sanju, okay, right, Sanju it is. Sanju, loudest member of the team. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Just before we wrap up, we've just launched a new Rajasthan Royals Fan App. So if you go to the iStore and iTunes, you can download it. So please check it out. On that note, guys, thank you very much, and Halla ball.
Halla ball.
Halla ball.
Halla ball.